Call the meeting to order. You all set? Call the meeting to order for the Capital Improvement Committee, Wednesday, October 14th, 2020, at 2:03 PM. First item on the agenda is the public radio system, public safety radio, possible votes. Matt handed out a list to everybody that has a total amount on there now for the radio system of $754,500. $754,500. Anything you want to add to that, Matt?
You got what you need?
I'm waiting for a final from Bruce Marcus. That's what is based on what he provided back a couple of weeks ago, his updated quote. So I'm still waiting on their annual operational expense associated with the system.
So that's the only component that we're missing on that, is the annual expense, whatever the contract amount is, Matt?
Yeah.
So you're comfortable to move forward with this number?
Yeah, I think that number's gonna do it. The list that follows is Gene's closeout list. So in the italicized text, you can see that the talking point is that if the money is transferred from the closed out projects and you use the existing 173,000, same thing with the senior center 4, is if you deduct what was already approved from the cost of that project, the actual new funds being requested is $438,856.75. Attached to the back of the draft article is the coverage map. Ellie, for your benefit.
Yeah.
See, it's all red. That's a good thing. Red means with the system installed, a first responder with a portable radio inside a building would receive the signal. So there's your Douglas in red. That's not the COVID red. Radio red.
Thank God.
Okay, Matt, so just, so I understood what you just said, so you would take from that bottom line on the front page of your handout, the 635, 856.75, you would subtract 173 that was already put in for the radios, plus the 24 for the flooring?
Correct.
So, Matt,
Gene has a question for you, Matt.
the only thing
Now, here's a correction for me.
Yes. So the 754,500 is the total cost, so we're gonna reduce that amount by the 173 already in that account, correct?
Yeah, I showed it differently than we discussed.
Okay,
I took, I took the transfer away from the total first, and then took the total of what's already been approved away from the subtotal.
That's it, so it's right underneath, the next paragraph underneath, he has it written in there.
right, but I've
Yeah.
already appropriated the 170, or the 173 and the 24 are already in an existing account.
Correct.
I'm looking for the town to just appropriate or transfer the differential between that number. They can't do it twice. So I'm gonna reduce those top two numbers, so that's what town meeting needs to act on. And I didn't bring a calculator.
If you want to show it that way, that's fine.
Because either that, or you have to include the 173 and 24 as transfers as well. Because you can't they already exist in an account. So if you want to do a transfer on the bottom to put them into two completely new projects, that's fine. Or we would just supplement what's already there.
I guess I'm indifferent. It's the committee's article. The key is, what does the voter understand most easily? Somewhere on this page, we have to show that town meeting already approved a certain amount of money for these projects, and then we're asking to supplement.
Correct.
At the same time, people will ask, well, what is the total cost of the project all in, regardless of what you've already approved? So I suppose I could add 2 more rows, or another row to this. It's actually a chart, there's no lines on it, but to get to the same, you're gonna get to the same number in the end.
Yeah, Gene, I kind of agree with Matt, because underneath that whole line items that he has the explanation to break it down further.
From the accounting purposes, you either have to add 2 other lines to the transfer and put a 173 and a 24 and fully appropriate the top 2 lines, or you have to reduce the top 2 and not include the transfers on the bottom. Because the way this is written, I'm going to record that the town's going to transfer $754,500, but that's not what we want to do, unless we're transferring it from the previous appropriation. So I have no problem either way. It's just you have to add a step to either one. So either you're going to leave them at the full cost of the project at the $754,500, the $57,125, and then we'll just add 2 lines to the transfer lines. And we'll just have to...
I'd rather do that. I'd rather just show that you're going to transfer out of your existing accounts and
Okay.
start a new project.
That's fine. I just, you have to do one or the other. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, and then it's going to be
In reality, the new projects are actually different from what
Okay.
town meeting approved previously. There's more items. That's why they cost more.
Right.
So I would call it a new account, for lack of a better term.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
So I'll make that edit.
Anybody have any questions for Gene or Matt? Seeing none, entertain a motion on approving this.
So moved.
Second.
There a motion by Brandon and a second by Shirley. All in favor?
Aye.
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 All opposed?
Oh, you got Ellie's vote?
Ellie?
Ellie says yes.
Ellie said yes, Shirley.
Just want to include.
Well,
Very good.
no one's opposed. Looks like that passes. The next item is the senior center flooring replacement, which, Matt, this was already part of this. Oh, we're not approving that article. We just did the public radio stuff. We have the senior center flooring replacement. You want to talk on that, Patrice, at all, on your updated numbers?
Sure. So I had the mover come out to the center yesterday to give us an estimate. Last week, we were talking it was going to be between $6,000 and $7,000. He came up with an estimate of $7,155, but he is going to hold to his price of $7,000. So the grand total for the asbestos removal, the new tile, and the storage to put everything in will be $57,123.87, which I already have $24,000 approved for, so it's now down to $33,123.87.
Okay, and that would be the same scenario, we just add that as a line item and start as a new project, Matt and Jean?
I would treat them the same.
You agree, Matt? Okay, Matt agrees. That number have any wiggle room in there to make sure that you're going to be properly funded for this
Yes, we do have a little bit of wiggle room in there because when they did the estimates, I asked both companies to project that it wouldn't be done until possibly the spring or the summer, depending on the ADA grant, because I'm not sure when I'm going to actually hear from them. So when you apply for the ADA grant, they actually want you to put in a little bit more than you think that you're going to need just because of the timing. A lot of things can change, supplies can change, the first of the year can change prices also, so there is a little bit of wiggle room in there.
So you're
And-
confident you'll get the project done for that much money?
Yes.
Anybody have any questions for Patrice?
Make a motion to approve.
Second?
Kent made a motion to approve, Shirley seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
All, anyone opposed? Ayes have it.
All right.
Open session for anything anticipated, was not reasonably anticipated 48 hours in advance.
Thank you.
Thank you, Patrice.
Thank you.
No?
I do.
Uh-oh. Hey, can you mute her?
No.
Go ahead, Ally.
As you may all know, the library's having an auction for a capital item of hoping to add funds to its accessibility endeavor to make it with an elevator and a bathroom and all that other nice stuff. Today is the last day of the auction, so we encourage everybody to look at it. You can go to mysfpl.org, and that's from there you can find the auction. But it's there's a lot of nifty stuff on it, including this house I'm sitting in right now. And please be generous and bid. And that means that in the future, Capital won't have to deal with us.
Thank you, Ally. Okay, I guess we move on to the meeting minutes. Did you have a chance to look at those at all, Ellie?
No, I trust Shirley.
You need to look. But did everybody
So
else?
why don't we just move forward with the minutes, get them done and over with? Could you give us your little outline,
Okay.
Shirley?
Hopefully, I'm right. So the March 19th, 2018 minutes, I looked at, to me, they look okay. But we need to have Kent, Ellie, John, and myself at least.
Okay. You have those.
So I move we approve the March 19th, 2018 minutes as presented.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Ellie? Okay.
March 22nd, 2018, I reviewed those. I hope everybody else had a chance to. And we need Kent and Ellie, John and Brandon, and myself.
Motion?
So moved.
Second?
You gonna,
There's a motion made by Brandon and seconded by John Furno. All in favor?
aye.
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 March 28th, 2018, again, the same, unless anyone else has some corrections. And we do need Kent, Ellie, John, Brandon, and myself.
Motion to approve.
Second?
Seconded.
And that's.
Motion made by John Furno, seconded by Brandon. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed?
Aye.
Next.
April 2nd, 2018, again, we need to have Kent, Ellie, John, myself, and Brandon.
Motion?
So moved.
Seconded.
Motion made by John Furno, seconded by Brandon. All in favor?
Aye.
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 All opposed? All approved.
Okay, January 11th, 2019, again, reviewed, and we do need Kent, Brandon, John, and myself.
Motion?
So moved.
Seconded.
Motion made by John, seconded by Brandon. All in favor?
Aye.
Ellie?
Sure.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Next.
January 17th, same thing. And we need Kent, Ellie, Brandon, John, and myself.
Motion?
So moved.
Seconded.
Motion made by John, seconded by Brandon. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed? Ayes have it.
Now, problem with January 24th, again, they look okay to me, but we need Caesar.
Well,
Because Brandon and Ellie were absent.
Can't we just abstain?
oh, so how many, who do you have? Do you have enough here to vote on?
Shirley, you and I were there. We need- Oh, we needed a motion. John was there too.
Yeah, it was you, John, and myself, and we needed Caesar.
Well, unfortunately,
And Adam isn't here anymore. So we only have 3.
Can't we just abstain? Can Brandon and I abstain?
You and Brandon were absent.
yeah, so you can't
No,
vote on.
we'll
You-
abstain.
that doesn't-
We're
So,
at this meeting, we'll just abstain.
relax for a minute.
Yeah,
Adam was here,
he was here,
Oh.
but he isn't on the committee now.
so he couldn't vote those minutes in.
Adam's not here.
Anybody know that answer? Matt, do you know what we do in that situation? Caesar's been unresponsive. I spoke with Kent last week, and he hadn't heard from him for 2 or 3 months either. So now we have a situation where we have meeting minutes, and we don't have enough members that were there to vote to approve them. What do we do with them? Do we table them and get that answer, or?
Is there, how many people are able to vote?
3.
3, and we're here.
Maybe we could, Brandon and I could watch the
No.
video or listen to the video and then tell Chris Furno that we did so, and then, isn't that another way of doing it, getting around it?
It might be, let me check. I'll mute myself and come right back.
Thank you.
What date was that?
The 24th of January,
19?
19,
Okay.
2019.
Yep.
So February 7th, 2019, we're okay. We've got Kent, Brandon, John, and myself.
Okay, motion for that?
Motion to approve.
Seconded.
Motion made by John, seconded by Brandon. All in favor?
Aye. And,
Opposed?
okay,
No?
sorry.
Okay, next.
February 19th, 2019. Again, we need Kent, Ellie, John, and myself.
Motion,
Motion to approve.
second?
A second.
All right. Motion made by John, seconded by Kent. All in favor?
Aye,
She wasn't here, so it doesn't matter.
that's right.
Yeah.
Okay, March 11th, 2019. And we need Kent, Ellie, Mike, John, and myself.
Somebody make a motion for that.
So moved.
Second? Motion made by John, second by Brandon. All in favor?
I was
You're
absent.
up this time, Ally.
I
Oh,
was,
you wasn't
excuse me,
here?
sir, yeah, I was absent.
All right, wait a minute. You need a
I'll second it.
Second by Shirley. So the motion was made by John, seconded by Shirley. All in favor?
Aye. Okay, March 22nd. Again, we need Kent, Brandon, Ellie, John, and myself.
Motion?
So moved.
Seconded.
Motion made by John, second by Brandon. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, and then we have, let's see, April 4th, 2019, and we need Kent, John, Brandon, and myself.
Motion?
So moved.
Seconded.
Motion made by John, second by Brandon. All in favor?
Aye. August 19th, 2020. We have Brandon, Ellie, Mike, myself, Ben Tassino, Kent Vincent. I do have a issue on the second item, discussion of current capital items. And it's in regard to a notice to proceed has been issued for Shady Knolls Highway bounds. And I think I mentioned this the last time.
Yeah, I wasn't at that.
Well, that wasn't a capital.
I don't recall that at all.
No.
So I would agree with you that that should be stricken.
Thanks. And I know it was on another paper, oh, Jean, you had it, but it's not a capital item, so, but I know it's money that was left over on that project.
The project hasn't been completed, it was a special article,
Yeah,
and it was on my list, I think that's where the confusion was.
but this is in minutes too, so, okay. Yeah, maybe that's what she picked it up.
Right.
Otherwise, it's okay.
So you want to make your motion to amend
Amend,
those minutes?
yeah. And to eliminate a notice to proceed has been issued for the Shady Knolls Highway bounds.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Abstain.
And, or I could have done it, move to approve the August 19th, 2020 minutes as amended. Sorry.
You want to redo it?
No, it's okay.
I think that, did you get an answer on that other one, Matt, or no? All right, we'll just put those meetings aside, those minutes aside for the next meeting. It's only one left on that, and then we'll have these last two meetings.
You know, Mike, maybe we should say capital improvement meeting minutes of August 19th, 2020, approved as amended, instead of just that particular, because we didn't approve the whole rest of the minutes, so,
Okay, so you want to make your motion, and we'll vote on it?
as amended, yeah. I did,
Okay, so you want to vote on it again?
yeah.
Yes, and you need a second on that?
I'll second.
Motion made by Shirley, seconded by Ken. All in favor?
Aye.
Abstain.
Okay, we're going to table the other minutes, and I have a motion to adjourn if nobody has anything else.
So moved.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
All right.
Good. Very good.
Thank you, everyone.
We've got a
Thank you.
lot done.